Who am I? What are my core values? What are those things that are very important to me? Who do I want to model myself after? What are my values? What do I hold dear? These and more will form the opinions, the ideologies, the values of your life. Hi guys, this is Life with Queenette. If this is your first time of coming to this channel, I want to say thank you for coming. So do subscribe, like, thumbs up, tap the bell so you'll be the first to know once I upload a new video. Meanwhile, today I'm doing this video in the car, so if you hear noises here and there, pardon me, right? It is what it is. Okay, so let's get into what we have for today, and it's all about reinventing, rebranding yourself. Now this is 2023 and this is January. We're just rounding off January, right? And you know, from the time we entered January, 1st of January, people were like, oh, I'm going to change. Of course, I started hearing that as a child. Okay, people making New Year resolutions, saying 2023, I'm going to do this, do that, you know, make my vision board, draw the lines, the things I want to do, how I want to do it, quarterly, monthly, you know, all sorts. And it's not a bad one, of course. It's not a bad one. It's very good because it helps you to be more organized. Okay, but the truth of the matter is that most times those people who make these resolutions, who write down the things they want to do, most people, I didn't say all, okay, most people end up not actually doing that beyond January. They get to January and they're like, my God, this I didn't come to kill myself. I cannot continue like this. Okay, so at the end of the day, that is the end of the story. But today I'm going to urge you to continue to keep up. It's just like somebody who wants to lose weight. By the way, I'm guilty about that. We say this January, no junk, no this, no that, because I'm on the big side anyways. No junk, no this, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do this, which is not bad, okay? And then at the end of the day, we do this, this regimented life does not work for every one of us, right? So sometimes you go and you're like, I fat, I know key person. Okay, so what are the things that I want you to consider? The first one is to know your identity. Who are you? It is very, very important. Who are you? It doesn't matter what I say in this video. It doesn't matter what you've heard. It doesn't matter the tons of information you have on the internet. If you don't know who you are, every other thing becomes secondary. All right? So you must know who you are. And that's a question you must ask yourself. Who am I? What are my core values? What do I want? How do I want to get to where I want to be in the nearest future? Not even in the nearest, we can say at the end of this year. So it is important for you to start asking those questions. Who am I? What do I love? What can I do? Where do I want to be? Who are my friends? What do I do for leisure? Okay? These are questions that you must ask yourself to start with. Because what will define success for you, what you call success, will not be success for me. What you will define as success, or what you will see as having succeeded in, will be different from what I will see as a success. Okay, my idea about life might be to get a property of my own, get get to a milestone, maybe as an academia, do something, get to probably before so age, I want to become a professor. Your own might be very, very different. It might not be the same. Yours could be to get my own apartment and move out from my parents' house. Another person's own could be, or get money so that I can stay in my, I can get a house with my friend and then we'll share it. And that person will be to succeed in his or her exams, all right? And that person will be to graduate and go look for a job. And that person will be to graduate. And so every one of us have different, ways that we define success. All right. So that is why you must find out who you are, what you think, how you think. Okay. What will become success for you, what you see as, having crossed a particular milestone. All right. What will define your life, what will complete it, what will make it better, and how you can get to that point. All right. Are there things in your life that you know? Because you know yourself more than any other person, right? Are there things in your life that you know that if you continue that way, you're not heading anywhere? That's if you want to be very honest with yourself. Okay? Is it that I am rude? Is it that I don't always agree with people? Is it that I always want people to take me the way I am? Is it that, So just think about, let's say you want to be an entrepreneur. If you're an impatient person, if you're not somebody who can cope with people, if you're not somebody who can understand people, how would you become a boss lady? We're talking about reinventing, rebranding. And when we talk about brand, you're not the one to tell people what this brand is. It is those people that use the brand that will say, this brand is so, and so. You have something to say about Milo. I have something to say about Milo. And that person has something to say about, by the way, Milo is a kind of beverage, all right, that we take in Nigeria. So you wouldn't say that everybody will say this, or your Milo will not start telling us, oh, we are good, we are good. Yes, we know that they can tell us we are good, but it is the people, the consumers, who will say whether Milo is better than Bonvita or that Bonvita is better than Ovaltine. And the sales they are going to make will also determine if what they are saying is true or not. So let's say you want to be an entrepreneur. You are an impatient person. You are rude. You are unkind. You're very inconsistent. You are a people-pleasing person. You are never convinced. You don't know how to approach people, even when they err. Then it will be difficult for you to be an entrepreneur. Don't you think so? So it will be good that when you've asked those vital questions, who is this woman? This woman is somebody who is this, that. You now tell yourself, okay, I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to achieve that. But I have to work on myself. I have to work on myself. I have to make sure that I understand how to manage time. I have to understand that you don't have to send your message, being rude. You can still talk to someone in the way the person will understand without being unkind with your words. You don't have to be that person that when you disagree, you make it open that, listen, there was something I learned as I was growing up, and I think I learned it from my dad. My dad is with people in our house. Maybe they're having a meeting or something, and somebody has said something that he does not totally agree with. He will allow you spill everything you want to say. Then he will leverage on that and say, well, I love what you said. I love this point. I love this point, and they are real. However, okay, this is what I think. This is my personal opinion. He doesn't come and say, no, what you said isn't true. We cannot take it, blah, 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 blah. It shows you're classless. It shows you've not worked on yourself. It shows that you're immature. It shows that you have to learn to do things right. Because if you carry that attitude and say, okay, I want to be an entrepreneur, it becomes near difficult for you to achieve all that you've set your mind to do. The second one is being intentional. Life will throw you buzzwords. Life will throw banana peels on your path if you're never intentional. Your life has to be that life that you're intentional with the littlest of things. Okay? You're intentional with almost everything. You are intentional with, how you wake up till how you go to bed. You're that person that will say, no, 2023, I want to reinvent myself. I don't want to be that person that will just wake up, take my bath without direction, and just move on. No. I'll be that person that will organize myself. In the morning when I wake up, I will spend time with God. Even if you're from other religion, you understand what it means to pray. I will take time and have fellowship with the Holy Spirit. I will take time and study. I will do this, and I will do it consistently. I want to do it consistently for at least 1 month. From 1 month, I go to 2 months. That is being intentional. Being intentional is, listen, I'm not going to become an impulsive buyer. I'm not going to be the one that if I see 10 red shoes, I'll buy it this year. I'm going to be that person that has started a YouTube channel that is ready to be consistent despite all. Listen, if you're living in Africa, I'm not talking about people living outside Africa, but if you're living, you know that the challenges are enormous. We're not just talking about data. We're not talking about network. We're not talking about convenience. I mean, where to stay, because anywhere you go to, people are making noise. We're not talking about the stress. If you're a content creator, you understand that it is stressful to bring out a good content, not a content that you decided to do what you like, okay? If you want to bring out a content that in the next 3-4 years, people will still be watching it, it takes a lot. Now, these are challenges. But are we going to say, okay, because we have 1001 challenges in Africa, we will no longer do content? You're not the first person. There are still several successful people who came from the same climb. So you're going to say, okay, consistency will be my watchword this year. I'm going to be very disciplined. I'm not going to get 1 naira and eat it. I'm not going to, allow people tell me how to look. I'm not going to be the one trying to model myself after anything I see on the internet. It is being intentional. When we talk about intentionality, intentionality is about purpose. It's living a life of purpose. It's being that person who understands that I'm going somewhere and I wouldn't allow anything to be a kind of distraction. To be intentional. That's what we're talking about. Intentional with anything, with my morning routine, with my night routine, with my this. It won't be someone who is neither here nor there. Get uncomfortable with the current situation. I didn't say get uncomfortable with yourself. Get uncomfortable with the current situation and start thinking of how to change it. One decision that you make today will change everything about you. Now, the other one is your ability to set attainable goals. Goals that are realizable. Okay? Set goals of what you want to do. Set goals of how to achieve it. And put in the work. Be consistent. Be disciplined. Be grounded. All right? So that you move away from urgent 2K. You move away from always asking and becoming that boss lady that you've dreamt about. That lady that you want, that boss lady that you want. It is time to put in the work so that you get away from always asking and becoming the one who will give instead of asking. The last one, but not the least, is self-love. Please don't do some of the things we've mentioned because you're trying to show off or you're trying to do certain things. No, you're doing for yourself. You want to change your situation. You want to be the best version of yourself. You want to be more self-aware. You want to be more self-confident. Listen, with all that we say about self-confidence, don't have money. Your self-confidence is questionable. Because people take a lot of trash because they don't have something to help them go through the situation they're going through. Do it from the point of view. Do it because you love yourself. Do it because you want to change this situation. Do it because you don't want to continue this way. Okay? Don't do it because of anybody. Do it because you love yourself. And you want to be the best of yourself. Visualize your best potential. Visualize your best self. Okay, thank you so very much for staying. I don't know, the weather has changed again. I'm sorry about that. But this video, I'm done with it. Bye for now. Thank you and God bless you.